Well, we'll stay with Silicon Valley, and Google has finally launched its own smartphone. It's called Pixel, and it promises to provide a premium Android experience with the hardware tailored to the software. But as Sourav Roy explains, it's not going to be an easy ride for Google.
It's the first smartphone Google has designed from scratch, and it ticks many boxes. Google says, unlike the Google Nexus phones, where it only provided the software, Pixel is made 100% by its own engineers. For years, the company has been involved in a proxy war with iPhone manufacturer Apple. It makes the rival operating system Android, and now it can present a more direct challenge.
Phones are the most important device we own. They rarely leave our side. They're literally most people's lifeline to the internet and to each other. So today, I'm very excited to introduce you to a new phone made by Google. We call it Pixel.
Pixel is the first Google device which comes with the latest version of Android operating system called Nougat. But in an overcrowded smartphone market, Google has tough competitors to beat. Apple launched its iPhone in September this year, and despite a lukewarm response to the device, the company still holds a grip on the market. And Samsung, which runs on Google's Android, enjoys big sales across Asia. But Google is betting on the user-friendliness of its product.
Let me tell you a little bit more about Pixel. We designed everything about Pixel, from the industrial design to the user experience. Everything is simple and easy to use, something Google has always stood for.
And observers say buyers still need to be convinced whether Google's hardware lives up to the quality of its software.
And Sourav joins us in the studio now. Sourav, most of us just use Google as a search engine to look things up. Why on earth is the company getting into smartphones?
This is not the first attempt that Google has made at manufacturing or distributing smartphones. In the past, Google launched a smartphone called as Nexus, but it was not completely built by Google. It was designed by Google, as in the operating software. The Android was designed by Google, but the hardware was provided by partners such as HTC, Samsung, and LG. This is for the first time that Google has now also come out with the hardware, which is the phone by itself, and the software, the operating system as well. I guess Google now wants to capitalize on the fact that over 88% of the total global mobile market runs on Android software. And so since Android has been created by Google, Google wants to make money out of that as well.
Sure, but what makes it think it can make the hardware itself, the phone we're holding in our hand?
Google is a company that is known for innovation. They're the ones who have changed the dynamics of internet search. They've changed the dynamics of talking across different platforms as well, and as well as over mapping. So they've got the right resources to manufacture. They've got the right resources to design and innovate products.
And from what you've seen of it, what do you make of it?
I think that this is going to be a fairly good product, but it's going to face some stiff competition from already existing manufacturers such as Samsung and HTC, who use Google's Android technology. So Google, unfortunately, has to compete with its own technology in order to get a larger share of the market.
And what sort of people are going to go for this sort of phone? I mean, is there a big price difference?
Compared to the Apple iPhone, no. Google and Apple have launched phones with almost the same price range. So it is clear that this phone, Pixel, unlike Nexus that Google had launched earlier, is meant for the classes, not for the masses.
Okay.
And this is a phone that only a few can afford, but Google wants to test the waters, and if it's successful with that, you can be rest assured that Google's going to come out with a product which is much more economical and viable for the masses.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sourav.